Well, hi and welcome to my Facebook Live. My name is Jenny McCormack and I'm from Gemini Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm based in Brackley in the centre of the UK. If you've been joining me this week, you'll see that I've been using a stamp set called Nothing's Better Than. Let me just mute myself on the other device. Hi Linda, Fiona, Jeanette. Thank you all for joining me this afternoon, evening. So I've been using this set all week, and as you can see it features coffee, cookies, cocktails and chocolate. So I decided that tea was definitely missing and should have been included. So I'm going to do something with the cups and make them look like tea today. And also going to switch out the chocolate to be hot chocolate, just for something slightly different. So I hope you like what I do with that. Let me briefly show you what we've done earlier this week, just so you can see what we've been up to. Hi Moretta, hi Monique. Yes, I'm definitely a coffee fan. I know quite a few hot chocolate fans. Hi Tracy. Hi Cheryl and Scylla. So this is the stamp set and it does have matching dies. So let me go back on Monday, and I apologise for those that have been with me all week. So on Monday we had this one, Consume Chocolate, and I stamped the chocolates in a row with a little bit of masking, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow will be too. And we did A Day Without Cookies is like just kidding, I have no idea. And then today's plan, Consume Coffee and Be Awesome. So those were Monday's cards, fairly straightforward stamping, and I used the infill for the teacups, and the same here with the cookies. And then for the chocolates I stamped and coloured those in with our blends pens. Tuesday we turned that into cookies, and so there was just one design of card on Tuesday, and that was stamping the cookies using post-it note masks and putting it on one of our doilies. So this is an old retired doily. So today is a cookies kind of day, and this is the one that I recreated actually during the live, and I used the blends pens here to do the colouring in of the cookies. And for those that didn't join me on Wednesday, there was a link, or Tuesday even, there was a link to a video for the lady that had done some fantastic watercolouring. So if you haven't seen that link, I do recommend, if you have a chance, to go and have a look at it. And then Wednesday's cards were these ones. So we did cocktails yesterday, and stamping the cocktail stamp on the background here in Melon Mambo. And then this one here, using the stamp to go darker and darker through the cocktails, ending up with terracotta tile colour, and starting with Daffodil Delight. So that's what we've done up till now. So I thought I'd change things up slightly. Oh, hi Louise. So I'm still going to use this set, but I'm going to pair it with another set of dies, and that's our Playful Alphabet dies. Now, as you can see, although it's quite difficult to make out from there, I appreciate, you have the alphabet, but you also have the numbers and things like a hashtag, an ampersand, an symbol. We also have question marks, C with a cedilla, and then there's OE as well joined together here. So, and there's equal symbol, plus symbol, all sorts of things. So this is a really good alphabet set for working with cards because of the size. So these are about 3/4 of an inch to an inch high, and they cut out really easily. And what I like about it in particular is that there are multiple letters. Not all of them are multiples, but for example we have an A here, an A here. We have J's multiples, we have E multiples, we have N multiples, and so it makes it a lot easier when you're doing names, for example. O's and zeros you can do as well, and there's 2 S's, for example. So if you're doing somebody's name or you want a long line of characters, it makes it a lot easier to work with. So those are called Playful Alphabet dies. You will need a die cutting machine for those. Oh, that's fine, Carol, no worries. That's Carol with an E. So let me show you what I've cut out. And we'll have a sort of play and a put together. So, with the stamp set, the dies also cut out the words cookies, coffee, chocolate and cocktails. And it also cuts out love you more than. If I just put these separately so you can see. So love, and it's a single die, which is quite nice, but they come out as different words. So you could just have love you for an anniversary card. And then we've got more than. Okay, so we can pop those together. And then what I've done is I've cut out H, O and T, and I have put some sticky on the back of this. So if I can pick these up. So I've got love you more than hot chocolate. I thought that would be quite good fun. And for those that don't do tea, and I don't know why they didn't add tea in, but you could do love you more than tea, or tea cakes, or anything else you want it to read, to be honest. I also did some ampersands, because you could do love you more than tea and coffee, or love you more than tea and chocolate, or tea and cookies. So there's literally, you know, no end to the words that you can put together, and obviously the letters. So look for there's another tea there somewhere, or maybe not. Okay, so what I thought I'd do is just work with some mix of colours. So I saw this, and in fact this is the New Old World embossing folder, and I just thought that that looked like, you know, paper that wrapped up cookies or something. But thinking about it again, if you did that embossing folder with the gold foil, it would look like something was wrapped up in gold, you know, like the gold foil of chocolate, things like that. I've got this piece of textured card as well. I've got some early espresso, and then I've introduced these papers. Now these papers are from the Peony Suite, and they are stunning. So this is the reverse side, so this is grey granite. So you've got filled in peonies, outline peonies, and then you've got these here as well. And what I was thinking of doing is probably with this one, or a mixture, is to cut it across and then reverse the panel so you've got half and half. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and I think I'm going to do it with this combination and that one. And the thing to remember when you do this and cut it in half like so is that you need to do 2 sheets so that you've got 2 matching pieces, unless you measure it really accurately dead across the middle so you know it will work. So let's start with that and see how we get on. Now I do have to apologise because I've been really busy with my class in a box today, and I've spent all day die cutting, and so I'm a little bit without. Hi Vivian. And I also had some really sad news yesterday, and I'm still reeling from that, and I had that news just before I went live yesterday, and I just found it really hard to concentrate since. So I do apologise that this evening is not quite as slick as it might be. So I'm just thinking which combination of those to have. So I quite like this and this, like that. Let's give it a go. So this is cut to size to fit an espresso card. So these two are the same, and what I'm going to do is cut it across and put a whole series of words here and then something here on the right hand side to balance it out. So I'm just literally going to do it at an angle. I'm just going to work out what sort of angle I want. So I've got 2 pieces of paper in here, so that will allow me to do two cards. Let's give it a go. Okay, pop this away for 1 second. So that you've got the option of doing that like so. Obviously you can have that in reverse as well, like so, or you can mix and match. So those are obviously a bit too dark together, but technically you have to really think about this, don't you? Yes, no, those can only go together, can't they? Because that's on the wrong side. I told you it wasn't quite with it, didn't I? Okay, so I'm going to go for that combination. I think I might reverse it. I might turn it round. Like so. Okay, now you could put a piece of ribbon across there if you wanted to, or you could have those just joining up. As long as you've cut them together, you know that they're going to fit back together. And this cut can be anywhere, so you could do it centrally, you could do it at the 3rd mark, you could do it halfway up, you could even do 3 panels. Okay, but then if you want to swap the papers over, you really need 3 different sets of papers and cut all 3 at the same time. So what I'm thinking of is something along the lines of love you, more than, and then I'm thinking down here hot chocolate, and then cut out a coffee cup. which obviously could have hot chocolate in it. I'm only putting these on briefly. Like so. Now I think there's a sample like this. Hi Abby. In the catalogue, not exactly like this, but I think they have gone for pink and grey possibly. So that is my plan, and then I'm just wondering if I that's right, I'm just thinking what if I might use another side of that to stamp the cup on. Let's have a look and see. So let us find the coffee cup, or in this case the hot chocolate cup, and an infill. Okay, let's put those together. I don't think it's going to help actually being on there, so I might just stamp it on some plain card and use the same colour ink refill. So this is Petal Pink, so let me stamp that with a Petal Pink insert. So I was thinking I could put that in the middle and then have the steam coming out on the top and die cut this out. So let me grab Espresso. Hi Joe. I've got your books here, Joe, don't forget. I wondered if you might nip out when the girls have gone to bed. So, oops, over inked that a little bit, didn't I? Okay, let me get Petal Pink. This is thick Whisper White, but it will do the job. So here is our matching Petal Pink. Oops, stuck itself to there. I'm just going to stamp it off on here so I can see. Yep, so you can see how the colour matches perfectly. And I'm just going to stamp through that gap. Bit of an optical illusion. Let's have a look and see. That will do. I could always stamp it again if I need to. And then I'm going to cut this out with the die. How did you guess, Carol, with an E? Espresso card, espresso ink. So this little die cut is going to cut out the little cup, and I like the fact it even cuts a little bit of that card from where the handle is. So let me pop that through the die cutting machine. And here is, I've just discovered there's my plate tucked underneath there. So bear with me 1 second. So I can't believe we're at Thursday night already. I hope you can still hear me across the room slightly. Just lining that up. This week has gone so fast. But I was relieved to get all my class in a box deliveries today. So that's what I'll be doing late into the night tonight. I do like to get them go in one go if I can. So there's my sweetest little cup. Okay, so let's pop these layers down first. So I do my usual for this, rather than put them straight onto the card, is I butt them together and stick them together first with a bit of tape or tear and tape or something. That way you're only putting down one complete piece. I found in the past that if you stick this one down and then stick this one down, it's very easy, I'm trying to exaggerate it, to not end up with it centralised. I hope you can see that. So my top tip for today is to stick those together, and we know they'll butt together because we cut them together. And I'm just going to use a bit of tear and tape, but actually, funnily enough, I have a little offcut. I can see the edge from the double-sided adhesive sheets, and I remember thinking, oh, that would come in handy. So this is just an offcut. So sticking those together, hold them together like so. So you're really only putting one sheet down. Okay. So you can just put some glue or some adhesive on the back of there. So I use my seal here. I know you can't see it though. Just turn that round. Put a little bit there and a little bit there. I could have put this onto a grey base, but you know me and espresso. Carol knows me too well. So espresso is my go-to colour rather than black. Use it in most places. Right, let's make sure that is in the right direction. As I say, you could put something across there if you wished. I have got some strips of gold. That might be quite nice. Let me have a quick look in here. So this is an offcut from the pack that's going in my class in a box. So the class in a box this time includes a whole load of gold foil items. So what I think I'm going to do, just to make this look a little bit more classy, is just stick that onto there. So the way that I'm going to do that, because this is already pre-cut, I'm not going to bother putting self-adhesive sheet on. So I'm just going to use a little dot of glue. I can find one. Hi Kim. Nice of you to join us, my dear. I hope you're well. Let me find. I opened a new glue yesterday. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. I've got no. Let's just use the back of this. There we go, just to make sure it's running. So all I'm going to do is put a dot, literally a dot of glue. If I can get it. This is a new one. There we go. So just every so often, a tiny dot. You can make a line if you're careful. Okay, just depends on the dexterity that you've got, really. Now I know that will be plenty. So what I should have done is attach that before I put the layer on. But there we go, that's life. So all I'm going to do is just position that I know I hadn't stuck that obviously all the way along. Pushing that down like so. So just gives it a little bit of what's the word? Sophistication. So I can trim that. If I can find my scissors. Oh, there we go. Across here. So I think what I'm going to do is try and trim it right on the edge here. As I say, what I should have done, if I thought about it before, is put this on while you've got these two pieces together, because then obviously it's a lot easier to cut. But there we go. So this is just an offcut from the gold laser cut sheets, and because they go around all four sides of the piece, you'll get a whole load of those. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. So my coffee cup is going to go on. I'm going to stamp the hot chocolate rather. I'm going to stamp that. I could have a lot more cups, I suppose. I don't know. We'll see. And then I'm going to do Love You More Than hot chocolate. So I say these are from the matching dies. So I'm just going to start up at the top and lay those down. And then, so my chocolate is going to go here. And my hot. And if you look at some of these letters, they look, because of the typeface, you can decide which way round you want your letters to be. If you look at the front or in the catalogue, you'll see the correct way to have them, but some of them you can adjust them accordingly. So that's going to be my design. So what I'm going to do is going to start with the chocolate, and I already, when I cut this out, I put some of our self-adhesive sheet behind it. So all I've got to do is just very carefully peel that off. Just lift it off. Ding! Like so. I'm going to use the scissors just to hold it so I don't get too sticky, or I don't take off too much of the glue. Like so. So what I want to do is let it relax really. And as I said yesterday, these letters are slightly bent round, so you can exaggerate that bend, or you can straighten it out. Okay, entirely up to you. And then what I would do, just get rid of that bit of glue, is just take a piece of scrap paper and rub over it. Like so. So there's my chocolate. This is my hot going in now. And these again, I have got some adhesive on the back. But if not, you could put tiny dots of glue or use our fine tip glue. And I'm thinking I could line this to the right. And you could use a set square or something to line that up. I have a set square somewhere here. Not a set square. Hi Claire. Oh, hi Carol. Hi Laura. Hi Brenda. Oh, lots of people snuck in. Hi Sugar. Claire. Lovely. Hi Verity. So what you can do is use a T-square and position this along the edge of your card, and use that to line up your characters. Okay, so if you don't have a T-square, you could use a ruler and just draw a fine line. Just make sure obviously later that you remove it. Now what you could do if you want to keep this straight is just put a little bit of washi tape on there to hold it. I'm going to risk it. And I think I'm going to put the hot chocolate in roughly in the centre. Okay, this is quite good because you can then line up the letters a bit more centrally as well. Or evenly, I should say. Just trying to get the edge of this off. So your O, you can have it sort of up the, oops, I want it definitely that way. Down a tad. It's nearly there. And then my H. So this is slightly painful for you to watch me putting down. So I do apologise. You can talk amongst yourselves if you like. If you prefer. So I'm just looking at that spacing, really. There we go. That's reasonable. Okay, so this is going to go either here or possibly here with the steam coming out of it. Let me pop the Love You More Than. Now I cut these ones out without any tape on, so I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of glue on each one. So the best thing to do for this, if you're doing a lot, is to use a sponge, if I could see one to hand, and keep a sponge just for the glue. Let me just find that bit of paper really, couldn't I? This will do, just put it on some paper like that and just dip it in very gently. I don't know if you can see that or not. So I've just scribbled some glue onto there. This is the back of the self-adhesive sheet, and I could do this at an angle, and if you're not very good at getting things straight, then put it at a deliberate angle would be a good plan. So exactly the same thing, just dip it in like so. And just avoid contact with your fingers and the paper underneath as much as you can. There we go. Last little bit. There we go. There we are. So this is a little time consuming. Obviously it's quicker if you have these with the self-adhesive sheet behind it. It's a lot quicker, but this will work. so. A few more then. So I'm thinking, I'm just wondering where to place that. What do you think? I'm thinking maybe there. I did wonder whether to have these three steaming as well, but that might look a bit wacky, mightn't it? Hi Molly, hi Julie. Sorry, I've only just spotted you there. So I'm going to pop the steam on before I put the cup, because then I can reposition the cup should I need to. Whereas if I put the cup down, which I'm going to do with dimensionals, then if I get the steam wrong, it's going to show up rather a lot, isn't it? So I'm thinking roughly there. I want to put it far enough over that's what I'm thinking. You can have a little gap, that's fine. Now, do you think I should put those on it as well, or will that spoil our elegant look? I'm going to pop this up on dimensional while you're looking at that. See what you think. It might spoil it because it is quite elegant as it is. You've got to love pink and brown, haven't you? Right, let's turn this around. Okay. Everybody's very quiet this evening. I wonder if you're all watching me while you're having dinner or something. Or maybe you're all just tired out after a long day. There we go. I need to straighten that up. There we have it. Love you more than hot chocolate. And I'm thinking I'm just going to do a white inner. I've got thick card here. Don't need thick card. Let me just trim this down. Like it as it is. Yeah, I think I am going to leave it as it is, Verity. I think you're right. I'm just using this. This is an offcut of thick whisper white, but it's obviously been scored at the wrong place. So, just use this up. Let me have a look at the dimensions of that. That will work. Let's see if there's another something inside that I could use. You make everything better, I could put in, but I think I'm just going to put some cups inside instead. A line of cups. Oops. I did clean my surface down the other day. Don't know if you remember, it had lots of leaves and things, but you're nice, pleased to see I've cleared it away. Scylla likes it. Jolly good. Oh, jolly good, Molly. Laura's flicking through the catalogue. And how is your brother, Molly? I hope he's okay. He always used to call. Or was that David? No, it was David, wasn't it? Your son that used to call when we were at Coffee and Card. So I'm just going to stamp one in the middle. But I hope Bobby's okay. And then just working out. So I'm doing this manually. You could do it with the Stamper Artist like I showed you on yesterday, I want to say. It was yesterday. There we go. I'm tempted to put steam on all of them. Why not? Just because I can. Oh, I can't believe I talked for so long already, guys. I'm sorry. Right. Nice thing about doing the inside is that if it's somebody you struggle to send a letter to or a card to, you reduce the space available for your message. However, if you need lots of space, just do one cup in the corner. Just going to trim this edge very slightly so it's even either side. There we go. Let's put this on the inside. I don't know whether to, normally on the inside I tend to leave the things uncoloured, but you could colour them in if you wanted to. There we go. That's it. Love you more than hot chocolate. So the other words that I had was I did cut out love you more than in our lovely rainbow glimmer paper. So you could do the equivalent, love you more than, even. And then I've got the word here, cocktails. And I use that lovely glimmer paper that changes shade from one side to the other. So I might do another one like that, same layout, but use some nice bright fun paper. I do need it to be able to stand out from there, so I'll just pick that really carefully. I might use the Playing with Patterns paper. That is always quite a good one because lots of fun patterns, and with the cocktails that would look really good. I'm going to leave it at just this card for this evening. I hope that's okay, ladies, because I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I hope you like this one, something slightly different. So I've used the letters from the Playful Alphabet dies, which I really do like. Laura, I know, has got them. I hope she likes them. And thank you, Jeanette. Yeah, Michael's on a Monday. Oh, good. So yeah, the Playful Alphabet dies, really useful, and I do like the fact they have numbers, and because of the size, they're perfect for spelling out names on cards, because you could have, you know, that's 3 characters. You could have almost, well, at least 10 characters just going straight across, so that covers, you know, a lot of people's names. If it was longer than that, you could, oh, they have a bigger card. You could have it going across the diagonal, or you could have the letters at a jaunty angle. So for example, if I just move that here rather than straight, you could have them sort of like that, and then you can get them sort of closer together. That's not the best example, but you know what I mean. So I hope that's useful. I hope you've enjoyed it. The Nothings Better Than is the stamp set. That's £20, and you can buy it with the dies that cut out the words and the glasses and the cocktail, the chocolates and the cookies, and that as a bundle is £43 together. Don't forget, we have our bonus days, which is for every £45 you spend, you'll get a £4.50 voucher. So if you added a pack of dimensionals or the adhesive sheets to your order for the bundle, then you would get £4.50 off an order in August. If that's of interest, just message me, won't you? You know where I am. I look forward to crafting with you again tomorrow, Friday at 3 p.m. and we'll be doing my Friday fun day, which is crafting for all of the family, and it is related to chocolate tomorrow, not hot chocolate, although I have had a thought about that as well, which I might try and incorporate if I have time. So I do hope you can join me tomorrow for the last in my series of Nothings Better Than. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry if it was a little disjointed this evening. Hopefully I'll be back on form tomorrow. Thanks so much, everybody. Enjoy your evening, and if you've been watching on replay, feel free to comment, and if you have any questions, I will keep an eye out and comment on them or reply to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye bye. Stay safe. Take care.